Hey yo, what up? Welcome to episode 0 of my podcast, Terraforming for Nicholas Janus. This video series is to help Nicholas Janus learn to terraform. If anybody else just happens to learn to terraform, my bad. Alright, let's start off. The absolute most basic thing you need to do to use Terraform is install it. You gotta put it in your path. If you don't know how to do that, Google it. I'm not gonna cover that because if you can't put an executable binary file in your path, come on, man. Anyways, if you did it, when you say this into your terminal, whether it's a Windows terminal or a Linux terminal, when you say that, it'll say stuff. It'll be like, hey, nice, you found me. I'm an application I can run. Cool. So make sure you do that. It's your homework. Okay. Pause the video while you do that. Sick. Alright, welcome back. So now you have Terraform. I recommend making a folder for your work, and then another for all your Terraform. Mine's called TF. Word up. Next, I also recommend making a folder for your project. I made one called demo because I'm doing a demonstration. Let's look inside of my demo folder. It's got one file. It's called provider.tf. With Terraform, you can name your files anything you like, and that's pretty damn hype. It's the only real rules is you gotta name it .tf if you want Terraform to care about it. So this is the only thing you really need to know. Name your file like whatever you want, and then name it .terraform, and that's hype. The most basic thing you gotta put in your Terraform is you gotta specify a provider. This will let Terraform know what kind of CLI, what kind of binary file, and what kind of syntax, all that kind of stuff, what you're trying to do. If you don't tell it what you're trying to do, it's gonna be like, well, is this for Google? Is this for DigitalOcean? In this case, it's for AWS. We're all using AWS, so let's do that. Here, you can see I've created a provider, and it's of the AWS type. That first string is for Terraform to know about. It's gotta be for Terraform. Terraform gotta know. Then it's like some JSON, it's got some squigglies, and then inside I'm saying, yo, the region, it's this string, which means when executes this command, because this represents a command, it's gonna be like region, US West 2. Shared credentials file, this file right here. Profile, it's called default. Word. If you're like, what the heck is this? Yo, what's this? Shared credentials file. Alright, well, if you configure your AWS terminal command line application correctly, you'll get one of these. You get this. You get a hidden folder called AWS in your user, and then you get a credentials file. Alright? Tight. You're like, what? I don't believe that. It's true. So, you also probably get maybe a config file. This is what they would look like. Okay? Trust me. You get a file like this. It's pretty small. And you get a file like this. This is gonna be your credentials file, and it's gonna be some secret tokens and stuff in here. Don't show anybody. Don't lose that. That's what's gonna allow you to do stuff with your command line. Oh, discard. Goodbye. So, I want that back. Alright. So, the reason why I'm doing this is this will point to a file, and that file is a dang old secret. It's my file. It's a secret I ain't gonna show you, and you should do that too. You shouldn't hardcode your credentials into your TF file. That makes it like less shareable and makes it like hard coded. This way, if anybody's got a credentials file, which they would need in order to run this command anyways. It's gonna be working. Alright, so at this point, it's just rock and roll. So we've got a Terraform command. Let's look at it again. The most important one, the first one, is this one. If I try to run into these other ones, Terraform apply, it's gonna be like, yo, you didn't do that. It's not wrong. You're wrong. So don't do that. So you gotta go Terraform and init. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna figure out what you're trying to do in all your Terraform files, and it's gonna create a Terraform another file. Let's look. Oh, it didn't create the file? Yeah, it did. It's in the Terraform secret folder. So I made a secret folder, and inside of there's some secret stuff. But right now there's not actually very much in there. So we're not really gonna look. And since we haven't really made anything, we've just said, hey, I'm gonna use this. It hasn't made a state file, so we'll get into that later. But just know that these things you need to do in order to learn how to use Terraform. You gotta install that binary. You gotta put it in your path. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, path. You gotta put it in one of them bad boys. I don't know where it is on your folder in your computer, but you better figure it out. Alright? Number 2, go get inside your folder. You gotta get in there. Number 3, figure out your AWS command line. It's gonna use that in order to work. Number 4, make a provider.tf file. You don't gotta do this. You don't gotta put it in its own file. I recommend it, because that way your files is more organized and there's hype. So anyways, that's what you gotta do. And then once you're ready to rock and roll, you go Terraform. And you're just like, I'm rocking. Alright, that's lesson 0. The end.